Hello Taurus, and welcome to Positive Light Tarot. My name is Tracy and I am so happy that you are here with me today. This is your weekly reading for March 17th to the 23rd. Now we are going to get right into your reading. So if you do find that you are resonating with this reading, if it makes sense this week, please let me know in the comments. I appreciate it. It helps me to connect with your energy. Please like, share, subscribe. I appreciate all of the love and support. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. We talk about your incoming energies, your current energies. We do some tarot cards, some angel messages, and we close out the reading with your angel number. For those of you that are returning, I want to say thank you so much for all your love and support. I appreciate it, and I really hope that you connect with the energies this week as well. All right, Taurus, we just had a, as I mumble here, we just had a beautiful full moon in the sign Virgo on the 14th. So I'm pretty sure we're all still feeling the effects of that. Plus we are in a retrograde season. So we still are in Mercury retrograde as well as Venus retrograde. So communications can be a little bit off right now, but it is a good time for us to review, reassess, realign ourselves. So Taurus, when I was pre-shuffling, you got victory and success. What is it? What is happening for you? Something to feel a great sense of accomplishment with. There is success coming your way, and I'm feeling that great sense of victory. Let's see your incoming energies here. You got 2. So we've got the beautiful number 4, authority. This is very, very comparable to the Emperor card in the major arcana. We are moving into Aries season very, very soon. In fact, we will be moving into Aries season during the course of this week. So showing this sense of authority, it's that power. You know, it's that feeling like you finally have control over certain situations. And that could have a lot to do with the victory and success that you're feeling in certain areas of your life. And again, it could be that finally you feel like everything that you've been planning and strategizing and organizing is all falling into place. You're feeling as if that power that you've been looking for, that internal willpower, you know, is really starting to play itself out for you, Taurus. I think that the authority card could show your leadership skills. It might be required this week. Maybe leadership skills will be more required. Or there could be an authority around you, somebody, a trusted source, somebody that you hold, you know, you really look for their advice, you look for their wisdom. But I really truly believe it's more you taking your own power back, really feeling in a very powerful position, you know, and feeling a lot of stability and structure around, you know, your life. And again, that comes from feeling that great sense of victory as well. Number 7, the crown chakra. Crown chakra, of course, it is at the very top of the head, and it is all about awareness and intelligence. And I think that is why you're feeling very much in this leadership energy. Maybe you are a leader at work. Maybe you're going for a leadership job in your career. Maybe those leadership skills are what are required for you right now. Maybe this is the week where you need to take control of situations in your life to put things back on track, you know, and sometimes that's required. Let's find out what your current energies are. So we've got, look at that, number 8. Look at the beautiful, beautiful energies here. Number 8, the power card. Really, that's all the strength that you have. And I think there's a lot of things. There could be some circumstances and things that have been changing around you, and they've required you to kind of go with the flow. And, you know, I think that maybe there were moments where maybe you were feeling as if maybe your power was taken away from you. But I feel like currently you're feeling more of that internal strength. And it's really starting to show this week with that authority card, taking that control back. Number 9, material harvest, is really feeling a lot of strength where your finances are concerned. And I think that there is a lot of financial gains coming your way. I think that there are a lot of things opening up for you in the way of opportunities to really increase your finances as well. The material harvest is, you know, working so hard towards the things that you want in life and finally feeling like those benefits are coming into you. I think currently you might be feeling that, and that's why you're feeling very powerful. You know, you're feeling very strong, you're feeling very stable. And the waiting game is all the patience that you've had. And I think that you've been very patient, waiting for your crop to grow, waiting for your material successes, waiting for those job promotions and advancements, waiting for, again, you know, things in your life that you maybe have invested in. You know, you've planted seeds and you've been waiting and waiting and waiting. And I think that this waiting period is starting to show that things are actually producing growth for you. All right, let's get right into your 9 cards. So we're going to get the 9 tarot cards. The 9 of Wands shows that you don't give up. That's just the card that flipped over. You'd never give up. You know what you want, and you go after it. And that's fantastic. There's nothing wrong with that. You take a practical approach to things in your life, and this is why you see gains. You know, I think you don't mind taking and making certain sacrifices in your life, especially if it's going to put you that much further into what your plan is. Following that plan, following those guidelines. All right, let's get your 9 cards. So we're going to do those first. They're the messages that are linked to the energies that have come up here, and then we will clarify them. All right, so we've got the first one. There we go. Spirit, angels, guides for the beautiful sign Taurus. What are the messages that you would like to share with this beautiful sign as we move through the week? And we've got the last row now, Spirit, Angels, Guides for Taurus. There we go. And last, look at that. Nice to end there with an ace. Lots of watery energy in your reading, especially in the last row here. It looks as if we've got some choices. I think you're facing your fears. I really do. I think that you've had some conflicts. I think you're ready to overcome those conflicts, and I think you're taking your control and power back. So we've got the 5 of Swords, so feeling a little bit of mental conflict. The 7 of Pentacles, and mental conflict could be because you have been investing in so many things in your life, whether it's work or relationships, and now you're just kind of reviewing things and deciding, you know what, do I continue to keep investing, or do I move in a new direction? Do I just leave that where it is and then try something completely new? And that could be why you're feeling a little bit of mental conflict. Number 18, the moon. The moon card, of course, is it could have a lot to do with the energy that's left over from that full moon we had in the sign Virgo on the 14th of March. It's your fears, your instabilities, not instabilities, it's your fears, your insecurities, right? And it's the fear of the unknown, because we don't always know. But it's also following your intuition. And then we've got the Judgment card, number 20, ready for a renewal. And right in the center of your reading, you've got the Hermit card, number 19. This is ruled by Virgo. And this really is doing a lot of internal self-discovery, figuring out what the light is that shines inside of you. When we can figure out what that light is that shines, it helps us to be more decisive in the things that we want in our life. It helps us to go after the things that we want in our life because we feel like we're connecting with our own true identity. And I think there's a lot of wisdom to be found there at this time. This could be why you have the waiting game as well, requiring some patience because you need to do a little bit of soul searching. The answers that you have are all within you. Number 6, the Gemini. This is the Gemini energy. It is the lovers. It's all about choices that we make in our life, whether they are to do with love or whether they are just choices to do with really anything. It can take us on any spectrum in life. The Knight of Cups is the proposal. It's the love. It's the waiting. It's the offering of something, maybe something from an emotional level. Then we've got the King of Cups. Again, a lot of watery energy here. The King of Cups, no matter how abrupt the waters are, the King of Cups is able to keep his emotions grounded. He's very insightful, very intuitive, and his emotions are important to him, so he does protect them. And then it's the Sword of Truth here, the Sword of Victory, the Ace of Swords. And again, whatever that mental conflict was sort of at the beginning of the week, towards the end of the week, I feel like there's a breakthrough. I think the breakthrough comes from you doing some self-discovery. So we're going to start with the first row here. We've got that 5 of Swords. So let's find out what that mental conflict is, what it is that's kind of weighing on your mind. You're trying to figure out how you can release that. Could be that you need some information. We are in retrograde season, so communications can be a little bit off at this time. You got 2 cards here. So you got the Ace of Cups and you got the 2 of Cups. Very interesting that both of those would come. Is the mental conflict to do with love? Is it to do with a partnership? Is it to do with your own spiritual connection? Is the conflict that you're finding it hard to trust in your own intuition? Are you mentally blocking out love that's all around you? Because there looks like there's a lot of abundance around you. There's a lot of beautiful balance and partnership around you, but you're finding something to be of a conflict. So what is that conflict? What is making you feel mentally like there's something missing? It's like you're almost like you're trying to find something wrong, but the universe is trying to say, you know what, you've got the Ace of Cups, you've got all this love that's surrounding you, you've got this amount, like this, it's almost like this overflowing amount of unconditional love around you. And it looks like there's some sort of partnership. Now, whether it's love or whether it's friendship, whether it's business, this is a very united front here. This Two of Cups really shows not only your partnership with people in your life and that beautiful open communications. It's a spiritual connection as well. So again, for some of you, you could be finding it difficult to connect with your own spirituality, or you're finding a blockage with trusting in your own intuition. And that could just be what. So your crown chakra is going to be something that's extremely important to you this week, because it's what is going to bring you enlightenment. It's what's going to bring you information, but it's also going to help you open up your awareness so you can release the conflict and open yourself up to these spiritual gifts that are being sent your way. The Seven of Pentacles, it's like you really are evaluating things that you've invested in your life. It's an evaluation period. I think things are growing. I think they're growing maybe as slower than you anticipated. So when things grow a little slower, it requires us to reevaluate things, because, we want, I don't think any of us want things to grow slowly. But the Seven of Pentacles, you got the Ten of Wands. So you're feeling a little bit like the weight of the world or responsibilities in your life have been kind of weighing down your energy. But with this being the Ten of Wands, I think that you're trying to come to some conclusions. I think you're trying to end the cycle of taking on more unnecessary, sometimes it's the unnecessary things that we take on as well. I feel like you're really working hard towards your goals, and I think that you take on a lot of that responsibility for yourself. You don't really delegate it to everyone else, because again, you're very practical, you're very earthly, you're very steadfast, you're very productive, you're serious at times. And I think that right now, the thing that might be burdening you the most is the things that you've been investing in, because you want to make sure that whatever in the long term, whatever it is that you're investing into, whether it's finances, whether it's a job, whether it's education, whether it's romance, relationships, friendships, whatever it is that you are putting a lot of your time and effort into, is it weighing down your energy, or is it helping you put closure to getting closer to the end game? Because the waiting game, you've been waiting a long time to be in a position to be able to feel like the fruits of your labor and the effort that you've been putting to everything you're going to start to see gain from. So I think it's that evaluation period where you're feeling it's maybe a little bit of the weight of the world is on your shoulders. Now let's find out with the Moon card. You need to trust in your intuition. Sometimes the best decisions we make is by following our gut feelings. And we want to make sure if you have a blockage with that, we have to figure out how to release that. The Knight of Swords is fast movement, fast pace. In fact, the Knight of Swords is one of the fastest knights in the deck. I think that this Knight of Swords is bringing you information. I think it's bringing you information that's going to help you make some choices, so that you no longer feel the weight of the world is on your shoulders, and that you're going to be able to release yourself from whatever it is that you've been really thinking intently about. Do I continue to put in all this hard work and hard effort into what it is I'm doing, or the relationships that I have around me, the friendships that I have around me, the family relationships? Do I keep putting in all of that? Because am I really getting the return on my investment that I'm looking for? And that could be just what you're thinking about right now. But your fears, your insecurities, the fear of the unknown. I think the fear of the unknown is what creates all of these fears. And of course, fear is not tangible. It's how we feel. But the Knight of Swords is bringing in some information, and I think it's going to help open up some awareness for you. And it's going to bring you a message. And I think it's going to come in quickly that's going to help release whatever it is you feel has been burdening you. Now, the center here, we've got the middle row here. We've got number 20, the Judgment card. And again, ready for a refresh, ready for a renewal. It's almost like you're ready to press the restart button. We've got the owl that's sitting in the tree here, full of wisdom. And I think you have a lot of wisdom. That's why we've got the Hermit right in the center of your reading. You know very well that the wisdom that you have within you, like you can trust your maturity, you can trust your practicality, you can trust your own inner wisdom. And I think that this Judgment is something, maybe compassionately reviewing something from your past so that you put closure. Closing that cycle puts you in an authoritative position because you're taking your control and power back. then what it does is it allows you to have a whole new cycle open up. And then with the Hermit card, of course, that really is doing some deep self-reflection. So let's find out with the Judgment card, because I think those two kind of go hand in hand. The wisdom that you are looking for, whether it's you're outsourcing wisdom from somebody, a trusted source, or you're looking for that wisdom from deep within you, because I think you're the one that holds the answers. But you have to remove that blockage or that conflict that's mentally... that mental conflict that maybe is preventing you from really trusting in your spiritual team. Oh my gosh, you got Judgment with Judgment. Wow. 2020 here. 2020. Okay, so you know what it's saying? It's 2020 vision, right? You have to start seeing things for the way that they are. And if that means that you have to deal with things from the past to close things out because you are ready to restart. You are for a whole new beginning. That could be a new beginning with love. Whether it's an existing relationship or it's a new relationship, there's a new beginning where love is concerned. And it's been a conflict for you, but I think that this is you really reviewing things from the past. Maybe it's the way that you show your love. Maybe it's the way you communicate things. But this is really you doing that compassionate review of things from your past so that you can press the restart button. You are in for a whole new renewal and new beginning. I think you're finding a lot of strength in yourself. I think you are starting to identify with yourself because of the soul searching that you are doing. Let's find out. The Hermit card. Spirit Angels, Guides, it's the middle card here in the middle of the reading. It connects everything together, connects all of it together. We have less mental conflict when we feel really confident in who we are and we're able to connect in that way. And then look at that, the Five of Swords, yes. So I think the connection, I think the mental conflict that you have is the fact that you really need to take some time out for yourself to really do that self-discovery. I think that you are going to learn something new about yourself, and I think it's going to help you move forward because the Six of Swords is moving away from the conflict. Look at, you've got the Five of Swords, you got the Six of Swords. All right, you're moving away from the conflict, and a lot of that comes from you really taking some time out to really do that soul searching. The answers that you are looking for, that are going to help you make choices and decisions, is all within you. So be aware. Your awareness is very important. You have to tap into that awareness because there will be messages. Let's find out with the Lovers card. Gemini energy. And you got the World. How beautiful. All right. You are moving in a new direction. You are moving away from whatever those obstacles were. And the number 21, the World, you are going to really feel like whatever choices you are making are going to bring things full circle for you. You're closing chapters in your life because of decisions that you are making. Whatever choices you are being faced with that Lovers card, you are really being able to wrap things up. And this is really going to be a week where you are able to come full circle. So you're really coming full circle here. We got the Knight of Cups here. I feel like there's an offering of some sort. It could be the offer of love. It could be a proposal of some sort. It could be your proposal of really looking at love from a whole new way. Five of Cups. I think that you've been feeling a little bit, I think that for some of you, I think that connecting on an emotional level maybe has been a little bit challenging for you lately. The Five of Cups is showing a little bit of sadness. There's no doubt. There's sadness here because you are facing the Three Cups that are overturned. They're turned upside down. They're not flowing with that beautiful Two of Cups energy. But you see, interesting enough, there's been some disappointments where love has been concerned for you. Maybe it's your own connection to feeling good about love. Maybe you've been hurt in the past, and it's something, that's why the Judgment card has come up twice. Maybe past relationships, past hurts before, you need to recognize them, you need to own them, you need to move on from them, you need to close out those cycles because there is something new that wants to really come in for you. There's a proposal that wants to bring in new love and new energy for you, whether it's love for life, love for yourself, love for someone else, whether it's romantic, platonic, you know, or maybe it's a new creative venture where you felt disappointment before because it didn't go in the direction you were hoping. These two cups that are up here in the sky, they're the cups that the universe is saying, you know what? Take your grieving period. Take your time to mourn. Take your time to really figure out, you know, how to move on from the disappointment, because when you truly can put closure to that situation, you will be able to turn yourself around and see that these two cups are overflowing and that there is a supportive energy around you that wants to bring you a lot of love and support. King of Cups. I do think there could be a watery sign around you. So Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy definitely could be around you. The Tower. So we have some big, huge, massive changes happening. Major changes are happening for you, Taurus. Your whole structure, your whole life is changing on a whole new level. It's sudden revelations. It's almost like you are having an awakening period here where there's a huge amount of awareness. And maybe the area in your life where emotions are concerned, you felt like you've been a little powerless, but this is showing you that, you know, this change that is happening is helping you actually ground your energy even better. I want to get one more for the Tower card. Why are we seeing the Tower card here? We're seeing extreme changes here. There is something that is changing, and I think it comes with figuring out a truth. I think the truth comes from your own self-discovery. You're discovering something new about yourself, and it's what's facilitating change. Your whole perspective on love and your whole perspective on how you love yourself, how you love others, whether you romantically love them, whether it's friendships, whether it's family relationships, whether it's the love for creative ventures in your life. You know, there's been something in your life that's been a little bit stagnant, something that's left you feeling a little bit bored, maybe a little bit discontent. And I think you've been really finding it hard to figure out how you can find this Ace of Cups, because this has been a conflict for you. Something around love has been a conflict, and this is showing that there is changes taking place. And I think the change that's taking place is from an emotional level for you. And I think it's going to actually be a change that facilitates new hope, healing, and it will show you that the hand of God is reaching out of the sky and saying there is not everything is lost here. There is so much to gain. And we just need you to turn around and see this beautiful cup of love waiting for you. So the universe is sending some changes your way. Changes so that you can start to feel love on a whole new level. The Ace of Swords is the victory that's behind all of it. It's the truth. It's the victory. And it's bringing you long-term love, long-term health, long-term financial resources, long-term benefits. The Ten of Pentacles is the truth behind what brings that sense of stability in your life, where you can feel emotionally strong, where you can feel emotionally vulnerable, where you can be yourself, your true authentic self, where you can focus on what your health needs are, what your love needs are, what your financial needs are. Everything, you know, that benefits you long term comes with this great sense of victory. It's like the sword of truth is coming down, and it's helping release you from whatever conflicts that you have been feeling. And this is going to be something, this self-introspection that you are doing, this self-discovery that you're doing, that you are moving in a new direction, is actually going to benefit your whole life long term. The little steps that you make towards a new fresh start this week are going to bring a whole new blessings your way for the long term. This beautiful energy. All right, Taurus. Let's get your message from your angels. Let's find what your angels would like to share with you as we move through the week. And let's find out. Let's see if we can get one or two for you, Taurus. There we go. And you got compassion. So this is your angels saying compassion. It says be gentle with yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. Be gentle. Do that compassionate review of the past with the two judgment cards, but also take some time for yourself. If it requires you to retreat, take some time for yourself. It says be gentle with yourself. Forgiveness will set you free. See the light in yourself and others. So lots of compassion is going to be required. It's going to help resolve any conflicts that you've been having from an emotional level. All right, let's find out with your oracle cards. Now, before I get into that, I just want to see if there has been any sort of cards that have, you've had a couple fives. Yeah, so I would say that 5 is probably, you know, 5s are all about changes. I also want you to think 2020. 2020 is really standing out to me as a very, very important number. Okay, so think of 2020 vision. It's like you're seeing insight. You're seeing things very clear. Let's get these oracle messages for you, Taurus. Spirit, angels, guides. How many cards? We have just the one this time. And It says, make time to play, have fun, and be free. It is time to bring some fun and fun times. I think there's a lot of, I think that you're very, I think, again, you know, compassion has a lot to do with this. Make time to play. I think you take on a lot of the responsibilities and burdens of life. And when we take on all those burdens, we forget in the midst of all of that, we have to make time for fun. And that fun will help set you free as well. So that's what your angels would like to share with you. All right, Taurus, let's get your closing angel number and the message that is attached to that. So Spirit Angels Guides, the beautiful sign Taurus. And we've got one message here. It's time to reflect. And you got 666. You know, reflecting is that Hermit card. It says love, affection, compassion, kindness, attention, and self-love. Very important. It says several unexpected developments will enter your life and impact how you feel. That's the Tower card. This is a chance to reevaluate your identity. You need a mental shift towards greater optimism, self-assurance, and trust. Put your faith in your gut and inner voice. Pay attention to your feelings and use them to help you become a better person. You know, when it says become a better person, you're already a great version of who you are. Sometimes it just requires us to do a little bit of reflection. It sometimes requires us to really have a little bit more self-love, because we can be hard on ourselves at times. You know, when it says you put your faith in your gut and inner voice, it's the conflict that you've been having with your own inner voice. And it's time to reflect and get that back. Get that strength back. Take your power back. Take your awareness back. And take this time to reflect. Thank you so much for joining me today. Taurus, I hope that this makes sense. And I hope it resonates. I know it can't all the time. If it does, please let me know in the comments. Please like, share, subscribe. I appreciate all of the support. And until next time, sending love, light, and positive vibes.